France, a country in Europe. French culture. One of the things about France that catches my eye is their culture, which would include language, tradition, and art. A cool fact about its language is that it's considered a Romance language. French is also an influential language. French words also make up 29% of English. There are also about 220 million French speakers worldwide. Some of France's traditions are Labor Day, which is labeled on May the 1st. France celebrates the traditional Christian holidays. In France, there is also a holiday called Bastille Day. It is celebrated on June the 14th. In France, they call this holiday Fête Nationale. On this day, many celebrations are held, like the parade in Paris. There is also meals, dances, and parties going on this day. This all started on 1880 when it became a holiday. They made this to celebrate French revolutions. One of France's performing arts is dance. A very popular dance in France is the Musette, Mounette, and Sarabande. However, the most popular dance is the Brie. It is one of the most popular tradition dances in France. The dance consists of quick skipping steps. The Brie is a dance of French origin. I find French's culture very interesting. France's population. France, to me, has a pretty big population. In 2019, they estimated their population to about 66.99 million people. It may not seem as much as the USA, but it's still a good amount. Paris holds the most population of France, mostly because travelers around the world love to visit it. At around 1936, France's population came up to about 50%, but on the downside, around 1940, their birth rate started going down. Years before, the birth rate had really started going down. The biggest reason for it decreasing was because France's peasants had their families limited. However, after the revolution, the birth rate started coming up. Now the death rate has been growing. Around 28,000 people in France died from coronavirus. In a way, France's population is both complicated and intriguing. France's economy and food. France has diversified economy. Its economy is very well developed. People say it is the seventh largest economy. The economy of France is a free market orientated. It is the second largest economy in Europe Union. It is the 10th largest economy by purchasing power parity. People from France eat things that aren't so common in the US. They like to eat baguette sandwiches, and they also like eating something called onion soup, also known as soupe oignon consommé. That is just two of the different things they eat. They also eat croquis monsieur, which is ham and cheese sandwich in English. That out of most things they eat is something most people eat. They also eat chocolate mousse. This is a different kind of chocolate that we are not very introduced to in the US. This, however, is mostly a dessert. It is made out of white eggs, whipped cream, chocolate, coffee caramel, and more delicious ingredients. Along with France itself, its food and economy is very fascinating. I hope to learn more about it as I grow.